Welcome back to Yong Loel channel. In today's video, we'll take a look at some of the biggest highlights from each match in the 2023 Swiss World Series. Are you ready? Please subscribe to my channel to watch more new videos. And now, let's begin.
Save a little bit of extra damage. They don't quite have it. Contracts back underneath.
Not well aware enough.
No.
Contracts does clear out the ward, but they don't know Xiaohu's line's here still.
Yeah, Xiaohu coming around from the side. Prop Blossom! He goes for the flash and he finds the engage. Now they're gonna finally take out Contracts as Xiaohu set the trap, but he gets the payoff. But can Weiwei get away? The level 5 Rel's still trying to escape, and he's reinforced in time. A shockwave coming out from Palafox, and Xiaohu's gonna be caught in the back half of the fight. Weiwei's still sticking around as Palafox gets the second kill of the game for NRG. FBI and Ignar still moving forward, but they're too far behind to find anything else. End of the day, it's an even trade, 1-for-1.
And Weibo
Top lane and towards Dokla.
I think they're just trying to do that to be able to gain priority for Rift Heralds, because a Renekton or even a Cassante are not really your win conditions here. It's more about this objective.
Well, we've got Weiwei and Xiaohu both ready to contest this. Palafox coming up, wants to put in some damage. Weiwei's gonna be the target here at the start. FBI firing off the ulti, and the Pop Blossom won't get anything. Now Weiwei's gonna flash away, trying to survive. Contract's still in pursuit, but instead he's gonna get locked up. Contract's about to die, but barely hobbling away.
Over this mid, over the top side, and at least now, with that push, he should be able to get the Rift Herald.
He did not catch that ward in the back though, so Weibo have the information, but it looks like they're gonna call the Shy back.
They have the information, but they don't have the numbers. Weiwei goes over the wall. He wants to try to contest it. Instead, it's going to be secured. And now Weiwei's stuck in the pit. He has to crash down over the wall to escape, but Dokla's ready to follow him. May have been a bit of an error here from the top side of NRG, but the dominance from Dokla's ready to keep the fight going. Palafox goes in, and Weiwei's trying to go out. Dokla's on pursuit. Palafox won't grab the kill just yet, but Palafox is finally going to get it now. Dokla over the wall.
In that first item and the Radiant Virtue, you may need to chill, since you can't really get Dokla into this fight. I don't think so, with the Shy being able to interrupt if he tries to TP.
Okay. A little bit of trading here from FBI and Ignar. They're just going to try to annoy these guys as much as they can. If they can lay down some meaningful poke, they can scare them away. But that full fight is so scary because of exactly what you're talking about, Dagda. As Dokla up here underneath the tier 1 turret, doesn't want to take the aggro immediately because he doesn't want to risk getting Cassante underneath the turret. You can see the Rift Herald summoned up back, trying to get this wave pushed up. FBI falling back. Light does so much damage. He forces out the heal from NRG's side. This Aphelios is getting farmed. The Storm Razor, the 132 CS count. He is going to be frightening once we get into these bigger fights.
And Light has been...
Story being told here in a MasterCard Lane Economy snapshot. The overall gold advantage is NRG's, but Light on the side of Weibo. This is the X factor. This is the guy that they got to play around. He's got to be the carry like you guys were talking about earlier. Currently having some very ferocious...
Terra fight is exactly what you want, which is why NRG immediately feel confident to start this up. They take the Nico's health bar flash, and they're going to be good to go.
But it looks like Weiwei does not want to let it go. A TP's coming in. Weibo ready to contest. Herald's down low, still has the eyeball opened here. NRG backing away. They know how powerful the AoE engage is. Coming out from Weibo, but instead it's going to be secured by NRG. Contracts moves in, picks up the eye. NRG now backing away as Weibo looks for any opportunity to maybe catch somebody on the back end. The objective goes to NRG.
It was 11 HP. I want to interrupt the recalls.
Yeah, Dokla going in, tries to stun up the Shy. Nice use of that Pathmaker to just walk it off. Not even concerned. Breath of life not required. Weibo just walk away.
I'm curious how far NRG want to chase, though. If they can keep Weibo from reaching.
A team is Ignar wants to follow up on him, but Ignar doesn't have a flash either.
This top catch could be in a whole lot of trouble. They're going to burst him down. Big Stand only keeps him alive for an extra second. Xiaohu's into the back. They stun up Palafox. He tries to get some damage back, but it ain't going to work. The Shy goes all out, and Palafox is his next target. FBI and Dokla's trying to get away, but it's a shutdown over to the Shy. Weibo just got 2, and Baron's on the menu.
Yeah, they're going to go right over and try and bait in NRG. Contracts is still alive, but he has no ult and no flash, so he would have to walk around the front. Weibo!
This is the turning point. Weibo found their moment. NRG are going to need a big play to try to triumph here. Dokla's here on the front line, popping the dominance. Needs to try to stop these guys a little bit better. Contracts wanted to go in, but Baron's still at 3K. Dokla falling back. Stun from FBI, back on the Weiwei. Xiaohu is low, but Dokla's lower. Contracts still in a position here in the bot side of the river. Weibo will not get the Baron in 3v5. NRG, fight him off.
FBI needs to be careful, though. As long as you can keep them pushed back, you can go for the Baron yourself. NRG, they're TPing in. They might have just found the Baron themselves.
They're gonna go for it. DPS check right now.
Let's see if they can burn it down in time. Weibo, they still have full health on Light, but it's the Shy and Weiwei who don't have a lot to work with. NRG burning the Baron low. Weibo backs off. NRG are going to find themselves a Baron. Weiwei having to fully disengage as Dokla goes over the wall. The big purple worm. Ignar's going to lead the way. Face checking into the brushes for NRG's side. They're going to continue marching forward here. Nico Stun's not going to hit anybody. DPS still on the Baron, but very slowly. 6,000 HP left on the objective. NRG still approaching. Dokla coming over now. The Shy looking to approach from behind. Weibo, we're going in for the engage. They want the collapse. Weiwei's going to find one target, but it's only Contracts. Pop Blossom hits nobody. Contracts in the stasis, keeping himself alive as the Shy is now isolated from everybody else, but it's Dokla singing the same song. FBI fires off the ulti as the Croc tries to run, but the Shy's on the hunt. Dokla's low, and he flashes away from the third hit of the Intofo strikes. Ignar looking to come back in as Palafox guns the Shy down. Contracts again looking to play the edges, skirt the absolute limits of the fight. FBI throws out another stun, but the fight is settled. Only the Shy dies.
That is exactly what a successful kite back team fight looks. NRG, they scramble and they split so that oh, never mind. We're gonna look for another one.
Ignar throwing out the tongue lash. Xiaohu in danger. Palafox throws out the ball. Weiwei is low. A lot of damage onto Xiaohu, but instead it's going to be Ignar killed off. A massive amount of damage coming out from Light. He won't get the snipe, and Xiaohu falls. A one-for-one trade on the back end, but now Palafox may be in danger. Weiwei trying to trade with him as Palafox continues his retreat. The rest of the team coming up to reinforce as Light is still a force to be reckoned with. Weibo maintain control over the top side.
They're
river,
desperate.
And
They're desperate.
Begin the Baron.
Palafox did TP back in with his death cap, so he's going to stick around. FBI going to do the same. They're waiting for Dokla. There's the TP. Time to get Weibo.
Everybody's back in. Crisp is down to 20% HP. The Shy jumps. He goes after FBI, and the Senna has been isolated and brought down. Dokla goes into the pit, but Weibo has the Baron. Dokla wants to clean him up, but he ain't going to find anybody and has to dice back over the wall. Weibo with a massive dub.
The Shockwave couldn't get on towards
Where the Shy already has the next wave prepped. They're going to break their second inhibitor turret as Light applies the DPS to the mid lane inhib. Now they got to be careful on NRG's side. There's threats in so many places. The Shy's going to get jumped on by two, but the mid lane inhib is still being taken down. First inhib falls, and the Shy is again fearless back in the bottom lane. Contracts goes back into the fountain to heal up and shop, but Weibo concedes. He pops the Sterix from the enemy top laner. Dokla just hard loses that fight. The Shy not in anywhere near as bad a shape after he goes in and trades with the enemy team. Baron started up by Weibo.
reset coming through for Dokla. They're going to try and TP him back in. Looks like NRG have said, look, we can't really take this fight. Let's just try and take the dragon so we have something. Baron goes across, and I mean, Weibo, how far do you want to push this?
Well, Weibo are just walking down mid lane, it looks like. Remember, they're the ones who have the empowered recall. It's not NRG's. The Dragon's going to be slain, but Weibo's just running straight down mid. They're summoning up the TP. Palafox and Dokla want to try to stop him. The Shy's reinforcing. The Demolish proc ready to go. First Nexus turret is already almost down. Xiaohu takes it out. Now they go in after Palafox as Weiwei won't be able to 100 to 0, but instead it's going to be Nexus turrets dying. The full engage comes out.
The shockwave
ulti over the top keeps him alive. Ignar's still standing, but he backs away. Xiaohu somehow staying alive as Light kills Contract. NRG will fall, and Weibo are the ones to knock him down. All five still alive. The LPL takes game one.
Light play topside, and in theory, Aphelios Milio should have control over the bot end.
Well, let's rock and roll. It's time for game number 2. Remember back in game number 1, we had a very, very close match for a very long time. It was NRG often just a little bit ahead in terms of the gold, 1 or 2,000. But once Weibo finally took control over the game, they never really let that grasp go. And it was them who were able to ultimately take the Nexus. Now, can NRG actually strike back with these changes, outlaning NRG across the Rift right now? They've got a 600 gold lead with no kills. Now Ignar is going to get rooted up by the Gravitum. Crash down from Weiwei, first blood, and it goes over to Crisp.
This is so good from Weibo, just going, hey, look, as long as we control this bottom quadrant, we control the bot side of the map. And once more, it's just Weiwei going, I don't care about my CS, I'm going to go, but Crisp
Having to flash away now himself. His Contract catches him at the very end of his recall, nearly getting a punish there, but not enough.
And that's a big wave built up too. FBI here after the visit from Contract should be fine. But man, That one, his coaches talked to him and they're like, hey, yo, so Freak buffed up the Gore Drinker and a lot of the, never mind, we're going to go for a bottom side dive here. NRG, they kill the ward, they're still gonna go.
NRG wants to make the four-man play. They got the unbreakable will and they're ready to start. Weiwei's already here for the counterattack, but they jump in. The killer instinct's gonna find light, and he's already down. Ignar with the flash away to make sure he doesn't pay one back. Pop Blossom only finds one. Xiaohu's gonna pick up Ignar, but now he might be taken down. The Shy teleports in. World Enders ready to end their world, baby. FBI staying alive only for a moment to kill Xiaohu, but now they're trapped between a rock and a hard place. FBI falls. There's nothing left. NRG are crushed. It's 5 kills over to Weibo.
The Shy teleports down behind them and slams the door shut.
An answer with a push in top, but they're just not in position.
All right, the Shy is kind of coming over, and second Rift Trail does take a little bit longer to kill, but it seems like NRG should be able to wrap this one up with that eyeball pop.
Yep.
Again,
Careful of not losing mid off the back of this, but can they get the dive?
Looks like they're coming around for it. Ignar not going to go in. They do not have eyes on the rest of Weibo. They do not want to overcommit.
And that's the thing, the lack of vision's really hurting them. With Weibo having so much control over what's been happening mid, top, river, even their own jungle, it's been
Win, he's not getting back out if NRG decides to fight.
I kind of like the idea of not fighting. Fighting was making me real nervous here, and especially after that, looks like NRG will just give it up. Dragon number 2. Not going to move the needle on the entire game that much.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for NRG that when they look at the map state, they can't really get much more for the Dragon.
Yeah.
Top tier 2 is a long ways away from being under any real pressure. They would love to try and create some pressure down towards this bottom side, but obviously the Contract's just trying to sneak in, get vision, make sure that you're actually able to keep eyes on this. They're looking at Weiwei, but they don't know where Weibo is, so good call, back away, and just try and keep doing what you're doing. Get gold onto Palafox, get gold onto this Kaista, catch the waves. Like, yes, Light is going to become a monster, but Palafox, if he can get a big shockwave and you get that point-and-click CC from Contracts, that's a dead Aphelios regardless.
Yeah, they have to funnel the money here for NRG. Uh-oh.
FBI in some trouble, flashing away from the ulti. He knows how much damage Light is going to do from a long way away. Magnet Storm into Ignar, who tries to flash and get himself out. Blastgone's going to take him far, far away. A little bit more damage from Light is not enough to finish off the kill on the NRG support, but they claim the tier 1 turret. They claim flashes from both bottom laners of NRG.
Critical victories here from Weibo might even allow them to start up this Baron. FBI got sent back to base. He's got his flash, he's got his Rage Blade. NRG.
Dokla stepping up, using the power of the Cassante to just be that big meatball that can walk up here and just dare these guys. Level 15 Aatrox does have a teleport that he can use. NRG are going to start up the Baron. They're daring Weibo to come and answer. Palafox throwing the ball into the brush. Weiwei having to back away again now. 5,000 HP left for the Baron. Weiwei goes in with a Magnet Storm. Pop Blossom's gonna find one, but nothing else. Killer Instinct into the back line, but FBI's gonna die. Light gets the first kill, and Ignar has to run. Xiaohu stays alive, and NRG are crushed. A double kill back over to Light. The Shy puts a blade through the heart of Contracts, and Palafox and Dokla can do nothing but look on as Weibo will absolutely decimate North America's team.
The combo was separated from NRG, and Weibo pounds immediately onto RNG, and now they turn towards the Baron.
Light did such a good job kiting back with his Gale Force. Now though, Baron, 6,000 HP and dropping.
Game number 1, they had to do a 3v5, now it's a 2v4. Dokla going in, they're trying to find the damage onto Weiwei. Dokla kills him off, and the Baron's not gonna be taken just yet. Dokla's still fighting. The Shy trying to find the Q3, but he ain't gonna grab it. Dokla dashing back out of the way of the Infernal Chains, and once again, NRG outman defend the Baron.
It's all game 1 again! Are we gonna turn towards the Baron once more?
Well, Palafox and Dokla, they look like they're recalling Dokla here. He's got his teleport. They're going to go for it. They're going for the same play.
They're doing it again. NRG going after the Baron. The response from Weibo, what's it going to be? Baron down to 5,000. Weiwei's still dead.
Finish!
TP
Finish!
in. World Ender's still there. Baron dropped. However, the Pop Blossom just found 3. Xiaohu goes in. The massive shockwave nearly kills Light and Crisp. Xiaohu's hanging on. Contract turning it right back around on the Light, but he won't be able to find enough damage. Dokla can't do it either. As NRG bodies hit the floor all over the river, they got the Baron, but it's Weibo who takes their lives.
End on Light and immediately immediately kill. Here we go.
All right, Weiwei's the target. They're sending everything on the enemy jungler, but everything is not enough. Contracts at 200 HP as the Shy. Wings spread wide, looks to cut him off. FBI marked by Light. Gravits him, catches up to him here from long range. They root him up. Jump forward with the Q1, ain't gonna do it. The Shy still going forward. Infernal Chains back onto the Alistar, pulls him into place. Not enough damage. Weibo nearly gets a kill, but not quite. And Ignar and Contracts now having to retreat as the tier 3 turret starts to crumble. Weibo is a machine once they get ahead, and they're not stopping yet. Palafox is run down, and Light is making a highlight reel out of these guys.
Run from it! Hide from it! Love it or hate it! Aphelios has made it to the world stage, and Weibo want to ride those coattails to a...
Fine, sorry. Meanwhile, now they're looking for the Shy. Pick their way back in.
All right, they're going after the Aatrox, but he's already got the Sterix. He's finding a lot of healing, but it ain't gonna be enough. Shut down over to Contracts. Xiaohu makes a TP, but what can they find? Ignar looking to regroup. They gotta try to save FBI. He slammed back into the ground, and Xiaohu found him. Now we got a 4v4. Even fight, but it looks like Weibo doesn't want to take it.
This is something that in the LCS, NRG were quite adept at. Even in games where they were behind, they just...
Prius jumping right back in, goes for the Q3, but he won't find it. Now with the World Ender, Ignar with a knock-up onto 2. They crash down into FBI. He's under pressure. The Shy is still alive. Dokma goes all out with the Ball Blossom, finds another one. The Shy's still not going to be killed just yet, but FBI finally got him. Ignar giving the other 2 away. NRG going for the team fight. Ignar, the target. He can't be saved, and Light is godlike. It's a 4v4 on the Rift, as Weibo have control over the Drake Pit, and Contracts has no way in. Mountain Soul goes over to Weibo.
They don't have any opportunity to get in. Palafox is looking for something sneaky. Has no damage, no...
TP for the Shy. As soon as he spawns, he's right there. Ignar's got to take the long way, and I hope the Cal's been doing his cardio. NRG, there's no way they get there in time. The Baron's already at 5K. Weibo's gonna get the Soul. Weibo's gonna get the Baron. Weibo's got everything. Contracts tries to get away with the Vault Breaker, tries to stay alive. Dokla's in the middle of everybody. The Shockwave. Asante, he gets the Shockwave placement over for Palafox. A massive Q3, but there's no follow-up. Weibo's in trouble as FBI and Contracts are now fighting the Shy. They take him low, but they can't take him down. The Shy's Aatrox is a raid boss, and he's still fighting. Ignar finally drops him as they come in with a massive counterattack, and the Pop Blossom claims FBI. The follow-up claims Ignar, and Weibo is about to take the game.
NRG got the Shy, but Weibo are coming for the Nexus. They've got Baron, and they can push hard.
They may have got the raid boss, but it's not gonna matter. Weibo still pushing. They go in after the enemy carry. Palafox trying to get away, and he barely survives. Now Contracts, he's the sacrificial lamb. Light is legendary, and Dokla and Palafox cannot stop him. Game number 1 was close. Game number 2, absolutely not. Dokla can't do it. He goes all out, but he's only gonna buy a moment. Light is legendary, and Weiwei leads the charge. The Nexus is under pressure as Palafox keeps trying to fight back, but the Aphelios will take Nexus number 2, and Weibo hits match.
You want to try and play for this Caitlyn Heimerdinger, get that push. Karma is somewhat good at being able to deny some of that with that ult Q combo, but you need to be able to let them get that vision, allow them to get to the turret, and Weibo have been so good at playing around boss, they have to see if they can do it one more time here against NRG.
Double death ball, 5-man play, going bot side for both teams. It is do or die for NRG. Win here or go home. Weibo dominating in game number 2 after a close game number 1. Oh man.
Light was able to poke off Contract's passive there with a single shot.
Xiaohu, nope, not quite gonna find a shot pass.
This is pretty common to try and kill Heimerdinger turrets and make sure that Heimerdinger lanes can't set up with the extra free privilege of that wave push. So will leak over here. Karma already coming. Ignar heading up.
Crisp also rotating. He's only got 300 HP here on the Heimerdinger. Weiwei throws the sapling over the wall, goes in after Ignar. The follow-up comes out from the grenade. A lot of damage on Ignar, who has to flash away. Weiwei's ready for the follow. First blood over to Crisp. They even secure the blue. They might even find enough damage back in the Contracts. Now who has to flash away? Weiwei survives. Crisp coming up and making the plays.
There was no FBI. He never came across the play, wasn't able to get into position, was fighting Light that whole time. And I mean, from having that tempo and having that control around the Dragons, this game is going to become way, way easier for him.
Speaking of Weiwei, he's once again going after his favorite thing. Contracts his chicken can. Jumping in now with a twisted advance. Xiaohu coming around to help him. Contracts! Contracts! What was that? What was that?
His Q got died.
And he's already summoning up the twisted advance. FBI's gonna get caught out here at the beginning, gets cleansed, trying to get away from it still, flashing to drag Weiwei with him, but it ain't gonna matter. FBI just gets shot to pieces. Light grabs the kill. 3-0 game for Weibo.
Weiwei's back in his home, bottom lane. Good force from him with the Maokai ultimate. They've got what they came for. They got the push. Weiwei wants a little bit more. Can he smite fight on this? Krontex doesn't have his smite anymore. And Weiwei gets rooted up.
Yep, Weiwei rooted up. The Ignite comes down as well. Contract still going after him. Gets the Arctic Assault that time, flashing after him. Palafox wants in here. They go in to facilitate the E. Palafox grabbing the kill. Energy is on the board.
A kill just where they need it. In to get a kill.
Ooh, Light trying to play super aggressively. Now he tries to get away as Ignar's going in. A little bit more damage. True shot, barrage strikes true, and Light falls down. Xiaohu wanted to join in with a teleport just in case, but they couldn't save their 80.
Move over to his bottom side.
Oh, Ignar, blink and you'll miss it. Xiaohu sets the trap, and Ignar walks right in. Weibo grabbed their 5th kill of the game as a TP sum it up for energy, and they want to try to get something back. Palafox arrives, but it's all too little and all too late.
Xiaohu is gained for his team here, and he wants to try and continue it forward.
All right, Weiwei is the target this time, but again, Energy cannot get the CC chain they need to guarantee these kills. Even when they find that first part of it, the rest isn't there. Palafox versus the Shy up in the top part of the map. Soul Unbound. Oh no! A rock to the face! Learn your place! The Shy absolutely decimates him there in the 1v1. That wasn't even close. Dokla now losing to Xiaohu in the bottom lane. Drops the equalizer. It ain't gonna matter. Flashing the auto attacks. Weibo
pushing on top turret. Light pushing on mid turret. Energy trying to fight back.
They want to try to find something here, but again, it's just Crisp and Weiwei knowing their limits and backing off once Energy try to make a move.
Position to even go for it, because Palafox, he's trying to catch the wave mid.
FBI and the rest of Energy trying to take control over this bot side river and set up for the
He's
Drake.
gone.
Xiaohu's already on a rampage. Palafox is gone. The twisted advance is out. Equalizer over the top, but Dokla's going to be the target here, and Xiaohu finally shut down. FBI taking the credit on that one, but he's traded back over to Dokla, who dies to Light. Meanwhile, Ignar makes an escape to the Hex Gates, and now Weiwei and the rest of Weibo have control over this Drake. They have control over the river. They have a 4v3 on the Rift. Contracts, you don't want to go in there, buddy. It's no way out. Soul point over to Weibo.
Huge stuff.
And over towards Worlds, and now Dokla may need to shift out of here.
I feel like every single time the camera pans to an isolated member of Energy, it's a twist.
Strike at a possible comeback. Can they get him? Contracts ult.
Palafox goes in. Xiaohu's a big target if they can take him down. He wants to disengage,
They got him.
but the damage on the Soul Unbound is enough to secure the kill. Now what about the counter punch? Energy trying to escape. Weiwei and the Shy still going forward. The Shy has the hull breaker. Very, very powerful if he's isolated. Remember, gives him a ton of extra resistances. Has teammates nearby him right now. And even though it's Weibo who lost a man.
And pressure. The silent pressure, though, might come back to bite the Shy.
All right, Energy sending 3 men after him. Make it 4 as the TP's coming in. The Shy trying to fight these guys. Just jumps back over the head. Styling on him for now. But can he continue getting away? Twisted advance over the top. True shot barrage to get it done. The Shy falls first. Equalizer now falling as Contract drops. Xiaohu's got the damage, and Palafox has to retreat. Weiwei leading the charge yet again with a twisted advance as Dokla barely stays alive. Weiwei having a flash out. Double kill back over to Xiaohu. Palafox goes in, gets one back of his own. Light still trying to get another kill. There's so many low health bars on Energy. Weibo come out on top. It's a 2-for-2 trade, but the health bars favor Weibo.
Energy still trying to fight.
From Energy has an accelerated shock blast, takes a third of FBI's health. Energy have to find a miracle here, and they aren't going to get it like that. A flash out from Chris gets rid of the ulti from the Yone. Palafox down to half HP. Total control here for Weibo. The Shy is transformed. He jumps over the wall, finds the hit on the Q, but it's only under contract, so can't be slowed. Still low HP for Energy. Weibo still Energy trying to approach on this, but Weibo, they know it's so huge if they get it. The engage is immediately going to find Chris, but now Energy's got to be careful. The dragon's been claimed. The soul belongs to Weibo. The game belongs to Weibo. Everything's about to go to Weibo. Xiaohu's in a killing spree. 2 are already dead on Energy's side. Palafox is going to join him, and Weibo are merciless.
The first year that all 4 seeds of the LPL get to a quarterfinals, and Weibo wants to show that they belong in a semifinals as well. They find the fight and they immediately turn
to chip away at the health of FBI, who does not have a lot of sustain. Palafox going over the wall, doesn't find anything with the ulti except a dab. Now they got the Maokai. The Shy's ready for the follow-up. He locks down 2. Ignar's dead. Dokla's dead. There's no chance left for Energy as FBI is sniped from downtown. A double kill. Back for Xiaohu. He's ready to silence the doubters, to quiet the haters. Weibo is going to go through those Nexus turrets like butter. Hope is a dangerous thing, and Weibo will crush the hopes of North America, crush the Nexus turrets, and crush this quarterfinal. They earn their place in the semifinals.